Good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 11th of July, 2018, and that means it's time for a new episode of the Ma1ne Snekky Show live on MSP Waves. So fasten up your steam belts and get ready for a steamy ride. My name is Ma1ne Snekky, and as always, I am joined by Mr. Radio Voice himself, Main Event. Good evening, Main. Are you with us, and how are you doing today?
I am here. I am doing wonderful. How are you, Snekky?
I am doing good. Yes, I'm slithering fine.
Yes, and we are back here on the MSP Waves airwaves. It's wonderful to be back here with you after our 2-week little break here. And it's wonderful to be here, isn't it, Snek?
Absolutely. I really missed it. It was weird. Like 2 Wednesdays doing no show. It was weird. Felt really strange.
It was weird. The first week, we just both kind of needed a week off, and then last week was 4th of July for myself. I had to work that day, unfortunately, so we couldn't do a show last week. But we're here. We're back. Ma1ne Snekky here on MSP Waves, and we're kind of trying something a little different this week. We're just going to have the two of us here hanging out, chatting with you in the live audience today here on MSP Waves. We don't really have a set agenda to talk about today. We've got a few little topics we might bring up for discussion, but in general, we're just chatting with you, the live audience today. So it's wonderful to have all of you here with us, and you can chat with us during the show if you're not already doing so on Discord. You can find us in the Peace, Abundance, Liberty server, and that is, of course, the home of the Minnow Support Project. And you can find us right now in the MSP Waves audience room. Shout out to everybody I see in there so far. I see, of course, Globo, who got us on the air today. Thank you so much, Globo. We had a few extra seconds of quiet at the beginning there, Snekky. So I don't know if our clocks were quite in line there, but we were here.
I am so sorry. I got spooked out. I got nervous. I almost had to throw up. No, just kidding. I think the clock was messed up.
It's all good. We're here. We're live. Hopefully everybody can hear us okay. Again, this is our first show after a couple of weeks, so hopefully I've got the audio settings back where they need to be and everything, so hopefully everybody can hear us loud and clear. Yep, Globo says our time is UTC, and that is absolutely right. I almost jumped in, Snekky, when I heard the quiet, but I gave you the chance to make it happen, and I'm glad you did. Good job.
Aw, thank you, and I owe you one. Or maybe I need someone to teach me how to read a clock.
Oh no, it's okay. It's been a couple of weeks. You know, it's live radio. It's nerve-wracking sometimes to just jump right on the radio live. You know, isn't it? It's interesting.
Don't get me started. Every week, and I keep saying it. I am nervous. I'm nervous. I don't know why. I just am. I have stage fright, I guess. I don't know.
Thankfully, it's a lot of our good Steam friends listening out in the audience, so there's nothing to be nervous about.
Yeah, that's true. But I still will be nervous next week again, so don't you worry about that.
We are here live every Wednesday night here on MSP Waves. It's 10 to midnight UTC time is our official show time. As of right now, here on the East Coast of the U.S., that is 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So depending on where you are in the world, you have to check your time zones. But we're here every Wednesday, 10 to midnight, and we are live.
Yes, we are, and it's midnight here already.
And you are, remind the audience, Snekky, where you're from, just in case maybe this is their first time listening.
Oh, I am from the most wonderful place on this earth, the Netherlands. Or Holland. Some people like to call it Holland.
And you said it's midnight already over there?
Yes, it's July 12th here right now.
Now, see, the sun is shining here. It's still nice and daylight. It's only 6 p.m. here, so we've always mentioned this too. How it's amazing how the Steem community, has brought you and I to become friends and do this radio show every week, and we do this from opposite sides of the earth, which is really amazing.
Yeah, it really is. I am just your future. That's all to it.
That's awesome. No, it's cool, and we're kind of go back in time a little bit tonight, kind of just talk about different things that we've experienced since our first time joining the Steem community. I've been here for a little over a year now, and Snekky, have you hit your 2 years yet?
No, not yet. I think it's July 23 or 24, if I'm correct. So almost there.
Yeah, so you've almost been here now for 2 years, so you're definitely a Steam veteran. So you certainly have some perspective on certain subjects and topics. So that's going to be interesting to hear. And it's been a long journey. This time we've been here, the community has changed, and there's people come and go, and lots of interesting things have happened over not a long period of time, really. It seems like eternity, though, doesn't it? Just this short amount of time we've been here.
Well, I like to say that yes, it has been a long journey, but if I look back, those 2 years, they flew by like as if they were nothing. Uh, it's really strange, and yeah, many things. I have seen so many changes, some good, some bad, some even, better, and I am still looking forward to every little change that will be made. I am all for change. I like change.
And that's kind of what we're thinking with this show now here on MSP Waves is we're just going to kind of come on here each week and kind of talk about things that we're seeing out in the Steem community. And of course, people are going to be welcome to join in on that discussion, either in the live audience or if somebody, really wanted to, they could certainly hop on the air with us for a few minutes. And, we kind of just want to talk with all of you out there in the audience because, I mean, it's certainly interesting times out there. I use that word a lot, but what's happening in the Steem community, I see a lot of people kind of making decisions on what's happening with their blogs. Some people are putting in more effort right now with lower prices. Some people have maybe left the platform. It's really it's cool to watch how it's changing, I guess is how I would say it. What do you think, Snekky?
I think when the price of Steam goes down, I feel like people start to post more with less effort. I don't know if not everybody, of course, but that's what I'm seeing. Because they want to have their normal payouts, I guess. I don't know. I keep steady. I don't post more or less. I just keep my normal flow. Because that's what I feel good with. And yeah, I don't know what others do and why they do it, but yeah.
And if anybody's got, friends on Discord right now and you want to share a link with them to invite them over to the show or whatnot, this is just a little spam I was sending to people. Yeah, I was spamming people, sorry. And so feel free to share the link with your friends. If you've got anybody on Discord or if you got any other communities you think somebody might want to hang out and listen, feel free to do so. And it's certainly wonderful having you all here with us. Again, this is Ma1ne Snekky. I go by the username Main Event on STEEMIT. It's just spelled with the number 1 in there instead of the I in Maine. And she is Poetic Snake.
Yes, that's me.
And, of course, we'll do our official business type things that we have to do here at the beginning of the show. Of course, everything you hear on this show is strictly just our opinions. We are not experts of anything. We are not financial experts. None of this should be considered financial advice or advice of any kind. This is all just for entertainment purposes only. MSPWaves Radio and its owners take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the hosts of this show or our guests. Statements and show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the radio station, and the material you hear on Ma1ne Snekky is provided for educational and informational purposes only.
Always do your own research.
Always do your own research. Yes.
Oh, I have been waiting 2 weeks to say that.
That was a mouthful. I almost ran out of breath. That was a long one.
Ooh. Yeah.
But yes, everybody, it's just our opinions only, so, don't take any of this stuff to heart. We're just kind of talking about our experiences that we are seeing and experiencing out here in the Steem community and on the Steem blockchain. So, but it's certainly awesome to have you all here with us. Again, Snekky's been here for about 2 years now. I've been on the platform a little over a year. Snekky, why don't we just kind of remind everybody, if maybe this is their first time listening, what do you like to do on the platform, and what's happening with you now that you've been here for 2 years?
Oh boy. Do you have like 3 hours?
I got two. I have two.
Oh, oh, okay, will do. Um, well, I started out here 2 years ago sharing my poetry. I changed that up to sharing my art. Then I got pulled into curation and I started this curation project, You Got Snacked. And I'm still working very hard on that. And I'm also enjoying, sharing and creating my pieces of art. And I really, really enjoy just going into the feed and see the creativity that other people share here on the platform. It's so great to see all these musicians, artists, but also just the people who blog and write from their hearts and make videos and stuff. It's just amazing. I really, really enjoy my time being here. And like I said, it has been a long ride, and I have seen many, many things change. And I have been feeling down as well. Like I had this burnout, steam burnout, and I hope that I will never get that again. But I think everybody will go through that phase at least one or two times. Um, so yeah, that's me. I am everywhere. I like doing the radio show with you, and it gives me so much pleasure. And I like the connecting with everybody here on the platform. And yeah, that's me, Poetic Snake.
Yes, and you're, in my opinion, a very valuable member of the Steem community. You do a lot, and you're a great person. So,
Aw, thank you.
and I've been here for, like I said, a little over a year. When I joined, I certainly was not a content creator. I didn't do blogging. I didn't do vlogs, or I've worked in radio and as a DJ in my personal life, but I didn't do anything really online. No blogging or anything like that, podcasting or any of that. But STEEMIT, it's it's been so much more than I could have ever expected, right? I mean, when I joined, I was kind of following over some YouTubers and following their content because they said they were coming here. So if I wanted to kind of continue watching their content and, leave comments on their stuff, I'd have to kind of follow them over. Uh, but once I got here, I realized there was so much more here than even the content. I mean, once Discord came into my life and the Discord communities, man, that's when all the doors opened, right? For me personally. I got introduced to so many people from all over the world, all types of different personalities and backgrounds, and it's been amazing getting to know all of these super talented people. And the communities that I've been a part of now are wonderful, and I'm certainly grateful to be there. Of course, Minnow Support Project, as we're inside of right now, I'm certainly super grateful to them because I've spent the most time here of anywhere. And it's just so much more than I think most people realize looking in on this place. I mean, of course, there's the aspect of possibly being rewarded for creating content or writing blogs or whatever. But beyond that, though, there's so much more, and it's almost to the point where I started to think about it, and I said, well, okay, if somebody had told me at the beginning of all of this that I could have had all the social interaction, the positive social interactions I've had here, but I didn't get rewarded for it, would I still do it? I think I would, and so the rewards and all that stuff is just the extra bonus for me personally. I don't know how you feel about that type of a topic, Snekky, but don't you think there's more here than just the rewards?
Yeah, there's much more than just the rewards. Obviously, I came here for the money. I will not lie about that. I'm still here for the money, but I'm also here for the community, the people I've met in the past, and it's amazing. I mean, I made this is my job. STEEMIT is my job. I make my job out of something that I really, really enjoy, and having all these amazing people around you that you can chat with, communicate with, cooperate with, it's just amazing.
Yes, and so if you're new to the Steem community and you're hearing this radio show, and you haven't really ventured into the world of Discord, that's something that I would suggest you do. And of course, none of this is financial advice. We're just talking about the social aspect of this. If you want to interact with people who are using the Steem blockchain, Discord has become a wonderful place where all of these communities have been created. The other place that you can certainly go is Steam.chat, also another great place, and that's becoming better and better the more that that's being used. So Steam.chat is certainly another great place, and you can get to that right through the STEEMIT website. So,
It's
go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead, Snekky.
You know what's funny? The first 6 months of my STEEMIT journey, this is gonna make me feel so old, but there was no STEEMIT.chat. There was no Discord. The only way to communicate was through replies, and Discord. Oh my God, it changed everything for me as it did for you.
Yeah, when I first joined, I didn't realize that any of this stuff was here. It wasn't until I became a curator with OCD, and then that community needed a Discord, actually, is what happened. For whatever reason, we didn't really have any easy place for us all to get together to chat, and so we had to create a Discord server. And yeah, that was my first experience with it. And man, once I got rolling with that and saw all these different communities, it's almost overwhelming. Like I'm looking right now and I have so many in my Discord, all these different servers. I have trimmed a few just because I'm not active in there. But there's so many now. It's crazy.
Yeah, my list keeps going and going and going, but I can't check them anymore, at least not as much as I want. I think I told you, but I have this strange problem with Discord. I can't scroll down, not in the chat list, not in anything.
And yeah, because I think that's something to do with on laptops, because I had that same issue. I was using a laptop and I was trying to scroll through the servers and I had a hard time. The other thing is it might be the view settings that you have it on. If you've got it too big, you might need to shrink it down, like your overall computer view settings or whatever. That's possible too, but I'm not sure. But that's another topic for another day.
Yes, absolutely. But if somebody knows it, please send me a DM. Help Snekky out.
The only thing I noticed sort of worked, Snekky, is if I kind of clicked in that column of the Discord server and then just used the arrow key to go down. Does that not work?
Nope, not working either.
Strange. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, I managed to destroy every app I use, so don't worry. It will be all right.
But yeah, no, and the audience can certainly chime in too. And don't worry, Crimson, if that you left that server. I don't even use it myself, so no worries.
Is that server still around?
Yeah, I just have it as kind of a backup for if I need to use it to. This was like way back when I had to create that to do the radio show. Remember we had to do that?
Oh yeah, that server. Yes.
Yeah, this was before we came up with the live on air rooms and all this stuff that we got now. The guys and gals at MSPWaves have done an amazing job getting everything nice and streamlined and having this all work, more or less flawlessly. I mean, it works great for us. I mean, there's always, of course, a hiccup here or there, but it's come a long way in 1 year, and I think Waves is pretty much 1 year old, right? Everybody, if anybody wants to chime in on that, I think we're about at 1 year at least for Waves, or getting pretty close. Maybe it's August that it's been 1 year. I'm not sure. I'd have to look back. I'd have to look back to when my first video was that I recorded, because I know I was pretty sure I was on the air in the first week or so of the station.
How about a blast from the past? Huh? Bring your first guest back.
One of my first guests was Spangaroo. I remember him. You guys remember him? Yeah, he was one of my first guests. Trying to remember. I'd have to go back. Yeah, and look. We've interviewed dozens of people on this show, which is crazy. We've done, I don't know how many episodes we've done now altogether of this show, but it's a lot. I know. So we missed 2 shows the last 2 weeks, but before that, I think we'd only ever missed 1. So
yeah,
we've missed 3 total shows in like a year. So we're dedicated, right, Snekky?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Crimson tagged him. Spangaroo, where are you? Yeah, he was one of my first guests. And that was always so cool about the show, is that we did so many interesting interviews with people all over the world, because at that time, see, they're really the user base was even smaller than it is now, of course, a year ago. And I don't know, it was just different at that time. I feel like it was different for me too, because of course I was new. So it was just a different aura, and everything was always so exciting and cool. And remember staying up super late on Discord like all the time when it was all brand new.
Remember?
Yeah.
I still do that, man. I never sleep.
Yeah, remember to go to sleep, everybody. That's very important.
Oh gosh, my time has shifted. I seriously, I wake up at my noon. No, not noon. It's noon 12. At least I wake up when the sun is up for a long, long time, and dinner is almost served, but I stay up till like 3, 4, 5 a.m. And it's never ending. It's not that I'm complaining, because I do it myself and I love it. But maybe it's because the time zones. These are the busy hours. These are the hours that most of the things happen, and I don't want to sleep when everything is happening.
Yeah, it's tough. That's the tough thing, is this is global, right? So it's late for you right now. It's after midnight, but yet here it's only 6:20. So that is tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to find times for everybody that works, but we do what we can.
STEEMIT makes me eat after midnight. That's awful. It's awful.
Is that like one of those unwritten rules that don't feed the snack after midnight?
Yeah, it is. It's like when I was younger, when I was a young snacky. You go out and then you have a few beers and you have to get a shawarma or a taco or whatever to stay awake the whole night. It's like the same now. I just need to feed myself because I need to stay up till at least 4 a.m. and not drunk, but
But yeah, no, so just to kind of circle back, so yeah, Discord and doing this radio show, it's been awesome. And we're certainly happy that we're back and happy to have all of you here hanging out with us. We're still going to do Steam interviews sometimes. If somebody has something they want to talk about on the show, we'll certainly welcome them to come on. So if you're out there in the audience and you're working on some kind of a big project, or you're starting a community or something to that effect, and you want to share that with us, certainly let us know. We're always happy to chat with the Steam community. But we're going to kind of try to start doing the show kind of like how we're doing this right now, just hanging out, chatting with you, the live audience, because that's a lot of fun too. A lot of times we're so caught up in the interviews that we don't get to interact with our audience as much as we'd like to. So this is always a fun thing to be able to chat with all of you. And I see lots of you jumping into the audience chat, so certainly say hello out there if you're listening. Let's see, who do we see out here? I see Stephen Wood, Crimson's out there. I see Victoria, how you doing? I see Mandel Sage. And of course everybody else that's just hanging out listening. Big shout out to all of you as well. Again, you can chat with us during the show on Discord. We are in the Peace, Abundance, Liberty server, and we are in the MSPWaves audience room. Of course.
Yes, and isn't it amazing? Oh, sorry. I keep interrupting you. Why do I do that?
Interrupt me, Snekky, please.
I just wanted to say, hey, I see Aeson Waves Photon is here with us too. That's what I was going to say. Oh, and the kitty girl. Hi, kitty girl.
You can talk as much as you want.
Yeah, I know.
I was told today that everybody comes here to just listen to you anyway, so.
No, that's not true. Have you heard yourself? You have the perfect radio voice. They are coming here for you.
They're coming here for us.
Yes, for you. Yeah, all right.
And for the social aspect of it. That's what I like about this. We all get to kind of hang out together, have a discussion, talk about our favorite little community here that we're in, the Steam community, and just talk about our experiences that we're having here. How's everybody doing out there? I know the prices are kind of all over the place, but looking back a year ago, I think we're doing all right. We haven't moved. We haven't moved much in a year. I mean, it went way up, of course, and then way back down. But if you just looked at it going back in time a year ago, this is kind of more or less where we were. So
Ask me, not me, but Crimson and me, perhaps. I don't know if anybody else has been here a long time, but I know Crimson has been. We remember 17 cents, so go figure.
Yeah, I wasn't here for it to be that low. I'd have to look back to kind of see.
I think when I joined, it was like 14 cents.
14 cents, yeah. That would be a tough road right there. So see, Steemians, could have been here when it was 14 cents.
Yeah, and I remember somebody telling me at that point, you have to buy some Steem, Snekky, buy some Steem. And I thought, later. But yeah, I mean, we all learn our lessons.
Back in my day, Steem was 17 cents.
Oh, see, Essie is saying he remembers 7 cents.
Ooh, what's up, Ezzy? Great to see you. Yeah, 7 cents. That's being here right at the beginning, you know, and it's cool to see that some of these people who were here near the beginning are still here. You know, that's awesome.
Why are you not on Line Main Event?
Oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't. There we go. Thank you, Rondon. My bad. Didn't even realize I wasn't. I'm online, I swear.
I always mess up, but this time I was green.
Yeah, I was incognito, apparently, yep.
Oh, you know who we should ask to write a disclaimer?
Who's that?
Stephen Wood.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
Yeah. He's good with words.
He's good with words? Well, that would be a good reason. Yeah.
He never stops, so if you want to go out of breath, you know, you should see?
Yeah, this is just an impersonator, Ron. I'm not really here. This is all recorded. You didn't know?
Yeah, this is fake, all fake.
Just kidding.
I don't even exist.
She's a
How
bot.
about that one?
She's just a bot.
Yeah, I'm a bot.
She's artificial intelligence.
Yeah, only with no knowledge about technical stuff.
Good morning, Z-Man, joining us in the chat. Great to have you
Yay.
here.
Good morning, Australia.
Z-Man said that 2 weeks was too long, Snekky. He said that was too long for us to not be here.
I have to agree with him. It was way too long. Even I got withdrawals from your voice.
Yeah, but we are here. Z-Man's got to jump in to listen, or maybe he's listening on MSPWaves, maybe. Okay, that's possible. I sometimes forget about that. You can listen to the show multiple ways. You can listen on MSPWaves.com, where you can, of course, also see the full schedule of all the radio shows, and there's lots of them now, so certainly check out the schedule. And again, they're all hosted by people from the Steem community. So check it out again. It's MSPWaves.com. If somebody wants to share the link in the chat, feel free, because maybe people haven't had the chance to see the website yet. MSPWaves.com.
I always mess up with that link.
I think they have both versions, even with the hyphenated version. So
I have it now. 1 second.
Z-Man, you could be listening in Discord, would be the other way. But MSPWaves.com, I've heard, is the better place to listen to it. Like, it sounds better, I guess, if you listen to it there.
Not if I start singing.
People would love it if you started singing. What do you mean? We'd have like 100 listeners in here. It would be packed house.
Nah. Maybe if you start to sing, I cheer for you to sing, and I think that everybody in the audience. See,
that's when everybody would leave. See, this is not how this would work. Trust me.
Okay, you are the radio dude.
I'd be your announcer. I'd be like, and here's Snekky.
Happy Steamiversary. Happy Steamiversary. No.
We're going to have a Snekky Steamiversary party. Is it next week?
No,
Or 2 weeks?
one more week.
Okay. So
Will I will I get cake?
sure. Whatever you want.
Really?
Yep.
Apples? Apples?
Yep. Maybe even apple cake. I don't know. Is that something you're into?
Yep. I'm into apples.
But yeah,
Yes,
no.
everything with apples.
So everybody, so we're gonna do it in 2 weeks. Is that where we're deciding? All right. So in 2 weeks,
Yes.
everybody who loves Snekky's got to come back and wish Snecky a happy Steemiversary.
Aww.
And they
I
can
will be blushing the whole show.
and they can share their favorite Snecky moment.
Oh Lord, I'm not sure about that one. I don't know. It would be great to, you know, you do your own journey, so you know what you saw, but it might be really cool to hear and read what other people think about your journey.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
No. You'd have to be able to accept what they say, I guess, but
Yeah.
so I guess that part would be interesting, but I mean, if you wanted people to do that, yeah, we could have them come on and say hello I'm sure people would love to jump on and say hello to Snecky. So I think
Oh, that would be cool. People getting live on air with us just
Yeah.
for a few minutes to talk. That would be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so we'll do that for your Steamiversary here in a couple weeks.
Oh, goodness. I like it already. I'm seriously going to bake a cake for that day.
Well, I think 2 years on the platform is something to celebrate. I mean, it takes a lot to stick it out here for 2 years because it's not always easy. So I think that's pretty impressive.
It hasn't always been easy. That's true. I took a break once, a couple of, I think I left for 2 months, or at least, well, not left, but I really needed that break at that time. So, I was totally drained with everything. But now I'm full back in action, just like you are, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, actually. I've been posting a lot more. I'm one of these people that's posting more now. Some people don't like that. But, yeah, I've been posting more. I just am able to create more content in the summertime because I do photography and other things as part of my content creation. And so I'm able to take much nicer, more just better pictures, I think, in the summertime here than in the winter. So not much to see here in the winter, just a bunch of snow and ice. So
Yeah, we differ on that. I really enjoy seeing the snow and the
yeah.
ice.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can take pictures of it, but there's only so many pictures you can take of snow, I guess. But out here in the wilderness, there's always animals and interesting plants and just cool nature things to take pictures of. So I try to share as much of that type of stuff as I can. But so yeah, I'm one of these people that's posting more now that the prices are a little lower. But one thing you do got to be careful of, though, if you're somebody who is maybe posting a lot more than you normally do, is take into consideration if people are maybe voting for you frequently. I have noticed that because, I mean, I vote for some people, and if they're posting a few times a day, all of a sudden you look at your VP and you're like, why is my voting power at 75%? Oh, because so-and-so did 4 posts today or whatever. So what's your opinion on that, Snekky? Do you think people should spread their posts out more? Or do you think it's all right to post like multiple times a day? And again, this is all just our opinions, so there's no right or wrong answer here.
Well, I wouldn't do it. I don't want to overflow people. So personally, I would not do it. Not even if the price goes down to 17 cents again. But yeah, it's like what Brandon says. Do it all in time so your audience expects it. If you always post it like 1 time a day, keep doing that. If you always post it like 3 times a day and everybody expects that, then there's nothing wrong. On the other hand, if you want to post 4 times a day, I think you're afraid to post 4 times a day. I wish I could do it, but I don't have time for it. I hardly manage 4 or 5 posts per week now. So, and auto-vote people. I mean, those I have been following for a long time, and I know and I love their content. I do that. And sometimes, yes, if people, start posting way more, my VP goes like, and it's gone. And then I have to stop it, and I can't vote, and I have to wait because I always try to keep my voting power above 80%. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes I just put it on a pause and I change up the auto votes as well. So I'm still voting for you, by the way.
Well, and that kind of gets into the topic of just kind of content creation and curation and all of those things, and we can kind of start going into that realm if you want. But, just a quick shout out to everybody that's listening tonight on MSP Waves. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the Ma1ne Snekky Show, or just Ma1ne Snekky. And I go by the username Main Event on STEEMIT. She is Poetic Snake.
That's me.
And again, we are here every Wednesday night from 10 to midnight UTC time. And this is kind of just a general Steem community talk show here. I don't know how else I would really describe it. It's just kind of general discussion here.
I also like to say hello to the 11. I started to talk Dutch there. That was really weird. To the 11 people on D-Live, Crimson Clap just shared that. 11 people are listening to us on D-Live.
Yes.
How amazing is that?
I forget that, yes, we are on D-Live as well. So, yes, big shout out to everybody on D-Live. Thank you all for tuning in. And you can find us on STEEMIT, and I just go by the username Main Event. It's spelled with the number 1 instead of the I in Main. She's Poetic Snake. So yes, big shout out to everybody that's tuning in on D-Live.
Ma1ne event.
I need to start doing some more D-Live stuff. I've tried it a few times. We did a couple of little live curation chats on there a few times, but I haven't had the time to get back on. But I'd like to do that because I do like to do live streaming, whether it's gaming, whether it's curation chat, all that type of stuff. It's a lot of fun.
And I missed the D-Live shows that we did.
Yeah, and it seems like it's gotten better from what I've heard. It seems like people are able to use it and everything, and it's cool that this show is broadcasting on D-Live as well.
Yeah, I really enjoy that. We are everywhere.
We're everywhere. And
it's kind of scary.
Again, yeah, we're on MSPWaves, which is, of course, part of the Minnow Support Project. So if you haven't found that community yet, that's certainly one you can check out on STEEMIT. It's at Minnow Support, and that will link you over here to the Discord community, which is, in my opinion, a great place for you to hang out. You can socialize, interact with other Steemians from all over the world, and, of course, listen to the MSPWaves Radio. And actually, while I should say too, when there isn't a live show here on MSP Waves, you can listen to the Steem Mix also, which is music that's all created by Steemians, which I think is really awesome.
Oh, I really enjoy that. It's so cool to just, listen, and then here's someone you chatted with like 2 days ago come by and sing you a song. How cool is that?
Yeah, so if you're listening to the MSP Waves, even when there's not a live show here, so this is, any time between the shows or whatnot, you can listen to the Steem Mix, which again, it's all music that's been created by people from the Steem community. So that's really, really awesome. And so, yes, check that out. It even shows you here in the audience chat what the song is and who is singing it. It's really, really awesome. So again, shout out to Rondon and Globo and everybody that's involved with all of that. Awesome job.
Yes, bless them. Be blessed. They are amazing. Without people who know tech, I would be nothing.
Yeah. So we'll kind of get into some kind of just content discussion, right, Snekky? What was on our list here of a couple just little topics? What was our first one?
Where do you buy the best apples?
The farmer's market.
Okay. Sorry, that was the wrong list, right?
Yes. It's a valid question.
Sorry?
It's a valid question, though. I mean.
Yeah. All right. Hey, organic, yes. Um, so I'm distracted. I distracted myself. How awful is that? I'm totally lost. What was the question again?
What's our first little discussion point we have on your notes there?
How do we feel about STEEMIT, and how does the audience feel about STEEMIT?
So right now, I feel pretty good. It seems the overall things have been going well. There was that big stoppage in the blockchain there a week or so ago. That was pretty crazy, but that seemed to have resolved itself relatively quickly, considering. So that was, in my opinion, a good thing because I mean they were able to work through it and fix the issues. So that's really cool. Uh, I think the people who are here for the long haul are still here. They're posting. Like I said, a lot of them are even posting more often, and they may be forced to hopefully improve their quality of their content if they're expecting more votes at these lower prices. But then there is the other side of it too, like you said, where people might be just throwing anything out there to see if it sticks, kind of thing. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we can kind of talk about that a little bit if you'd like. What's your opinion on how things are going?
Well, there's honestly just one thing that I can say about it, and that's hi, my name is Poetic Snake, and I am a Steam addict. I really love it. I am addicted to it. Truly, it's amazing, and I love how everybody here, even on MSP Waves, it's everybody is so wonderful, sweet, kind, and helpful. And I like that if somebody gets in trouble or people here jump and say, "Okay, what can I do for you?" That's the mentality I really enjoy here. Of course, there are trolls, and I think you have not made if you don't have trolls or haters. So I think we're on a good way, and I wonder what will happen after the new hard fork.
Yeah, I mean that's always been one of the biggest things I like about this place too, is that it's just different than other social media, the atmosphere, and like you said, even if somebody does something wrong and they maybe are out of line, as long as it's not something really bad, obviously, then they're gonna be shunned for life probably. But if it's something they just maybe got a little out of line or something, there's that chance for them to redeem themselves. I think here a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too. And but in saying that, what do you think should happen if there is this person online that really does the most awful things that you can do, harass people, call bad names, name it, even worse things, hacking stuff? How do you feel that that should be handled? Because the only thing you can do now is block that said person, but that doesn't change anything.
I mean, I don't have super strong opinions on that type of thing because I don't really feel like it's my personal place to be the one to ring the alarm bell about things. I mean, if it's something happens to me and I have examples and proof that I can say, well, this is what happened to me, then that would be different. Um, but as far as, I mean, I'm not going to be the one that rings the community bell on all that stuff. But there's plenty of people who will, and that's a good thing. So it's tough because you're right. Like, what do you do? I know I've seen other things happening in other communities just recently where people have done others wrong and it's created a big firestorm of controversy type thing. And I don't know. It's tough because this is a close community right now. Because I mean, there's a million accounts on STEEMIT, but as far as how many actual active people that is, I don't know. But it's a pretty close-knit community here in these Discord servers. You see a lot of the same names all the time, and you interact with these people and whatnot. And when something happens, it's sort of like a soap opera, right? It's like
Oh
drama,
yeah.
get your popcorn, what's happening, like. So, I mean, it's interesting how this environment works. Either the community can rally around you and whatnot, or if you're a bad actor, I mean, it's not going to stand, I don't think.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, everywhere we go, there are drama lemmas, and even drama lemmas have lives. So I don't know. I just find it a good, well, not a good subject, but yeah, it's just I wonder, would it be a good thing if you could do more? Would it be a bad thing? Of course, we're talking about money here because if you would be able to freeze an account, you're not just freezing the person, you're freezing their money as well, and that's wrong. So, or at least I think that's wrong. But yeah, I just I would like
Yeah.
to talk or at least learn more about that.
It's tough because I think if you have the ability to like freeze an account, well then that means it's not really decentralized or whatever, right? So, and a
Yeah.
lot of people are they want their decentralization in this community. So, it's tough. It's really tough, and so I'm no expert in that field whatsoever. So, I really can't give any opinions on it, but um, for the most part, I think the vast majority of people who are here, who are, in these Discord communities and things and on Steam chat and who are still posting even at these low prices and things, those are the people who I think, for the most part, are good people. They feel they'll help you, and they're willing to listen. A lot of times, they're not confrontational. They're open to feedback, that type of thing. Of course, like you said, there's always going to be a few trolls in there. There's going to be the spammers and the fake accounts and the plagiarists. But I don't really consider those to even be in the picture because those are. It's just like on any other social media. There's going to be like fake accounts and the troll accounts that all they do is talk negative and all these things. I mean, those things exist, but I've learned to just ignore those a long time ago. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you're willing to actually get on a voice chat or you're willing to interact at least in these text chats and things, you've at least gone the step further than a plagiarist probably is going to go. Hopefully, I mean, some of these people are bad and they'll go right all the way and make a fake personality on here. And I mean, I hate to say it, but we've had people who've come on this show and acted like a whole different person, and it was somebody who wasn't who they were saying they were going to be. And that's disappointing. I hate when people go to those lengths to deceive people. It's terrible.
Yeah, honestly, I was very hurt by that when we
Yeah,
heard that.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't like that. And one more thing that I really enjoy about this platform is that their Crimson Plat just said it being open is really important. I really like the openness on the platform. There are a lot of heated discussions at times, and I really really enjoy them, reading them, and sometimes I even would like to jump in because there's nothing wrong with a heated discussion when a platform is being built. The more discussion, the more we learn. Might that be good? Might that be bad or wrong? You find out things by discussing it, and you just have to keep it civil. And as long as that is good, it's being kept civil. I don't see anything wrong with having a good discussion about what could be different on STEEMIT.
yeah. And I mean, of course, we always differentiate too that, of course, the Steam blockchain is one thing, Steam the currency is one thing, and then SteemIt the company is another thing. We are not directly affiliated with any of them. We utilize the Steam blockchain to put content on there. That's what we do. But it's tough because then it starts going into the realm of, okay, well, what is acceptable? Okay, what is considered good, even in the content side of it, right? So
Yeah, I find that a very difficult subject, but a good subject.
it's a very difficult subject, um, because everyone has a different opinion on it, and you have to try to look at it from all these people's perspective from all over the world and at all skill levels. Not everyone who's here is an expert blogger or a pro photographer or a professional artist. Some of them are barely getting by. They could be homeless. They could be struggling. They could be uh, young people, old people, anyone in between. So it's tough to put everyone on the same pedestal, you know? And people like Rondon get by on their good looks, you know?
Yeah, obviously. Look how handsome he is.
But
He doesn't look scary at all. He doesn't give me nightmares.
but it's tough because when I first joined, I had no idea what I was doing, no clue. I think my first blog, I was talking about my love of retro video game collecting. And I thought
Yes,
that,
you did.
and I thought that's what I was going to talk about on all my posts because I had no clue what this place even was. I was like, okay, I need a topic to talk about. Oh, I like getting old video games. Okay, so I'll talk about that. And then of course it grew from there. But now, the issue I see now, and again, everything you hear on this show is just our opinion. So take what
Always
you
do
hear
your
with
own
a
research.
grain of salt, right? But
Mhm.
yeah, always do your own research. So, in our opinion, or my opinion, because I'm speaking for myself here, Snekky, you'll have your own opinion on all this stuff.
Mhm, mhm.
But in my opinion, I think the emphasis on content quality, I do think is a big problem because we all want quality content, right? We all want to see quality content. A lot of us get annoyed when we see a post that we don't consider to be quality content or very much effort put into content getting $100 upvotes or whatever, right? We all say, oh, why is that post in trending? That's terrible, this and that. It's tough because really we shouldn't probably look at it that way, in my opinion. Some people say that's pulling from other people's rewards. It's taking away spots on the trending page from other people, which all are true in a sense. But I mean, does everyone really look at the trending page? I guess is my other thought on it. As a Steemian myself, I never look at the trending page anymore because I know it's going to be all posts that have been all bid botted to the moon. So I don't even really look at trending anymore. But that's just me. Other people might still consider that to be the best place to find the best content. I don't know. Everybody's going to use all of this stuff differently. But the emphasis on saying that certain content is not good enough is a tough line to draw. Because we have a lot of people out there, I think, who they're not going to take the time to write a big long blog post. They're just not going to. That's not unless they understand what blogging is and all of these things and they're very passionate about what they're talking about. Most people have a very short attention span in my opinion, I think nowadays because they're using other social media that's so instant gratification, they can instantly share a link, they can instantly share a picture, immediately start getting likes or whatever or things on their picture they shared and people will think it's funny and then they'll share it. And that's just how traditional social media has kind of worked. Now, we expect those same people to now transition here and suddenly do things differently. That's the challenge, and it's very difficult. And so I think the problem is we have a lot of new people joining and they want to be here. They want to experience the Steem blockchain and utilize it and see what it's all about. And so they start sharing posts. Maybe they put up a picture. They discover something like Steep Shot or one of these other dApps, that can help them create content easily and quickly. But then maybe they get shunned somewhere along the way. Somebody says, oh, this is a you-know-what post. It's trash, whatever. This is terrible. Get out of here,
Can we not say the word?
You can. I mean, I'm just not going to. But
Shit post.
more or less. So it's tough. It's super tough. Now, if somebody knowingly is doing this, if they know that their posts are not quality and they're like, I don't care, I'm just going to post one thing and I know it's bad and I know it's whatever, then that's not right. And those people should expect to not be supported, I don't think. But if someone's just not really knowledgeable of how the culture is around here as far as content quality goes, it's really tough. Because some communities have very high standards, let's say, of what people can post in their communities for content. So if somebody goes in there and they say, oh, well, this is what I do. A lot of times, though, if they're chatting, at least in the chat rooms and all of these things, I think that goes a long way if you're someone who's new to creating content and you don't have enough content to make big, long posts. At least be out there in the community interacting, be commenting. Like Agrode says a lot, newer users should be like commenting a lot and things like that. I agree with that. But if you see newer users on the platform and maybe their posts aren't very long, things like that, they're sharing one picture with one little sentence, it's tough. So, but maybe leave them some comments on their posts, you know? And I think more people could be doing that. Don't you agree, Sneggy?
You mean replying?
Yeah, like helping out these people that maybe are creating content that and see, it's tough because I don't want to say it's not good content, but maybe like I said, it's maybe just one picture, you know, and then they're wondering why they're not getting votes. So, well, why am I not getting votes? I shared a really nice picture or an artwork that I worked on. It took me a long time to make that. They need to understand that they need to do a little more maybe to explain what it is, right?
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about that, being an artist myself. Um, sometimes you work, let's say, a painting. It can take you weeks, months even, to create that and to be happy with the outcome, etc., etc. And I can understand that in a fast world like this, people would just, take a picture of it or a scan, whatever, and just put down the title and share their piece of art. And I can see it, I can understand it, and I will even vote for it, given the fact if I 100% know that it's their content. But I'd rather see, and that's my personal opinion, I would love to see the progress pictures. How did you make it? Why did you make it? Stuff like that. But that is just personal, and that's why I say it's so difficult to talk about what is good content. Do we have to write 300 to 500 words? Do we have to write 3,000 words? This world is a fast world, so I think that like having front ends, like, and I think Pensive just asked that question. I have to scroll up a little bit. Yes, the new D-like. Have you heard about it?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yes. What do we like about it? And yes, Pensive, I do think it will bring young people to STEEMIT because it's a fast way. They want to be able to just do something on their phone like really, really fast and poof, it's done. I think it will bring young people to the platform. But is that what we want here on the platform? Is that what most people want? I don't know. There are no written rules either. If you go to the white paper, like you have to post like 500 words. It isn't written down anywhere. So how can we decide what is good and what is not good? It's confusing.
Yeah, and the D-Like app was a perfect example because a lot of people were kind of up in arms when that first appeared because it literally was just reposting a link and there was nothing original, There was no comment from the person sharing it like, oh, well, I liked this link because it has, such and such information on it. You should check it out. It was just literally like a link, I think, and a picture. And I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure from what I've heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they have put out a post, though, that they're kind of changing that format a little. And I think they said that they're doing even a cap on how much they will earn or something somehow. So, and they certainly said that they don't want the bid bots voting on those posts and things. Now, see, that approach is fine, in my opinion. If you're open about it, that, hey, these posts are going to be short, there's not a lot here, but hey, it's something you can, content you can take in quickly, that type of thing.
Look at the meme things. Meme things.
Yeah.
It was a big issue months ago, and now they're kind of normal, adapted.
I think if there is ways to sort of like cap the rewards on some of those quick little things, especially a link sharing thing that it's not original content really, that's cool. I'm fine with that, because if they say, oh, well, those types of things only ever earn like $2 to $5, let's say, or something, then their argument of that they're taking away from the reward pool isn't there anymore, right? Well, you might max out your link. If you share a really good one, you'll get $5 or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating. But that type of thing I think is interesting. But then again, you're taking that aspect of, oh, well, it's not open and it's not free market and all these things. So I don't know. It's all these things have two arguments to them, right?
Yeah, and I think that's good, by the way. And I think arguing about it is a good thing, by the way. And yeah, and the other point is if you don't agree with payouts, there is an option for you. Not many people like to talk about it, it seems, but yeah, if you don't agree with the payout of a post, or you know, you can flag it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I guess part of this conversation that we want to get across to everybody listening out there, whether you're a new listener, whether you've listened to us a bunch of times, we're kind of at a pivotal point, I feel like, in the Steem universe, right? We've got new people coming in. There's older people who have been here for a while now. They've got some experience. They're veterans. So we've got more help here now than we have ever had, as far as experienced people here. So as these new people are coming in, it would be great if more people could start embracing them and helping them. And I know I heard, I think it was Versticken saying that, people should be commenting on the new users' posts with some things that they think they could do to help themselves, in their early journey here on the Steem blockchain. And that's a great idea, I think, if people are out there. I mean, I'm already out there curating in the Introduce Yourself tag, so I try to, welcome them into the Minnow support project when I can and things like that. But I think even expanding on that, though, and not just inviting them to a Discord, but actually saying, hey, make sure you're always posting original content. Make sure your posts, you take a little extra time writing your posts and don't just put out, crap. Saying those things to new users, I don't think is a bad thing. Some people might disagree. They might say, oh, we'll just let them kind of sink or swim on their own or whatever. But I think it's not a bad thing. And even if you say the same things to the same people numerous times, well, not the same people, but if you say the same thing to newer users multiple times, different ones, that's not a bad thing either. Some people say, oh, that's spamming or that's whatever. Well, we're helping the new users, right? We're giving them information to hopefully help them in their journey, not financial advice, but just, hey, this community has great people in it who are knowledgeable. You could try to go there. Or, hey, I noticed your post is only one picture. You really should show your process of your painting that you just shared a little bit or something. People could do that and really help a lot of these newer users, even experienced users. So I guess that's my hope, is that people listening will try to get out there a little more in the community and leave more comments, and just say hello. Just, say like, hey. Because, I mean, it's great to chat with everybody here in Discord and things, but isn't it cool, like, when some of those people also jump on your blog and say, hey, I liked your post, and hopefully a little more than that, but
Hey, good post.
Good post. I like your post. But no, it would just be great to see more interactions on the chain, I think. Genuine ones.
Yeah, and I agree completely with you as well. It's something that I still need to do and learn more, is to reply. I always try to reply to every reply that's made to my own post. Sometimes I struggle to leave replies after every post I read, because I'm a curator. I always say we're professional curators. So you have to find posts, 20 a week or 30 a week, and it doesn't stop there. You have to go beyond 100, 200, 300 posts to find what you need. So if I have to leave a reply to every post, I will be swamped. And in saying that, I totally lost track of replying myself. So that is something that I need to work on myself, to reply to people instead of just leaving them a vote.
Yeah, because it goes a long way. I mean, you start building these social relationships with people that way, and it might encourage them to keep going, because, like we said, everybody gets the Steem burnout once in a while. They're either they have stuff going on in their personal life that affects, or they've just been on Discord a little too long, or maybe they're not getting the rewards they think they should be getting.
All three at the same time.
Or whatever. But it's good to take a little break and come back, and if you're frustrated with how your posts are doing, you could always dive into the comments and start reading other people's posts and interacting with them, because maybe they'll read your comment and say, I wonder what that person does here on Steam. And then they'll go look at your blog, right? And that's what we would want. We would want more eyes on our content. So,
yes, that's where everybody's after, right? If we don't get eyes on the content, it would be very sad.
Hey, so big shout out to everybody watching on DLive. I think we're like the most watched thing on DLive right now. I just looked.
Oh my.
We're like on the main page right now, Snekky. We're famous.
I'm gonna shut up now and not talk anymore.
No, big shout out to everybody watching on DLive. It's awesome to have you here. Of course, shout out to everybody from the Steem community that's tuning in. It's great to have you here. We are here every Wednesday from 10 to midnight UTC time. That is 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What time is it in the Netherlands again, Snekky?
It is 1 a.m. right now.
1 a.m. Keeping you up late. I'm sorry.
Yes. And
Had
it's
to do
okay. I like being here.
Had to do
I won't sleep before 4 a.m. either anyway, so okay.
Yes, so great to have you all here with us. It's just past the top of the hour here, so we're now into hour number 2. We're doing good so far, Snekky. We were worried if we were going to make it through a whole show with just us. Usually we do interviews every show, and we bring other people on and let them talk.
Yeah, I really got a little bit scared, like an hour before I was like, oh my god, what are we going to talk about for 2 hours? 2 hours is long.
And big shout out to everybody in the live audience right now who's tuning in. Let's name a few of them. I see Rondon, Pensive. I see Dawn out there. Graylin, Z-Man, Sunravel Me, Mandel Sage, Yidneth, who said she has to go soon, but thank you, Yidneth, for tuning in. Victoria, I see out there. Zainin out there, shout out to you. He says, I'm here too. Appreciate it.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
What? What's happening, Snekky? Oh, Snekky's here too.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Soundwaves Photon, I see. Big shout out. If you want to say hello in the chat, then we know you're here. Of course, shout out to everybody who is on DLive and who's watching and listening on MSPWaves.com. And maybe you can't be in the chat, but, big shout out to all of you. I will be sharing the full recording of the show later on my blog here on STEEMIT. So feel free to check that out later on and, show that some love if you're interested. We always appreciate your feedback on the posts and replies and re-steams and all that good stuff. So yes, coming up right after the show, I will post the audio recording, and that's a great way to show some support for us if you're interested. Typically, Snekky does a pre-show post, but I did it this week. But she'll be doing it normally for, I think, once in a while. So feel free to check both of our blogs out. Snekky, if you want to share our blog links, go right ahead.
Second.
Yeah, no rush. That way people know how to find us on STEEMIT. My name is the one that's always weird. It's got that stupid 1 in it. Throws everybody off. Ma1ne, yeah. That's the one that always messes everybody up. But she's Poetic Snake. That one's easy. Yeah. See, hers is easy. Mine's the one that's a little weird. But we certainly appreciate all of you joining us. We're going to stick around here for another hour, so we certainly hope you'll hang out here with us. We'll continue kind of the Steem community discussions here. And why don't we go around the world real quick, Snekky? While we got some people here, if you want. I'm going to grab some water.
Okay.
And so let us know, everybody in the live audience here, what country are you listening from? Please type the country name if you don't mind. And let us know where you're listening from. And I'll be right back in just a second, Snack.
Okay. So please, countries, no flags. I see Mandel Sage is from Brazil. Yitnet joined us from Spain. Zayn, I hope I said your name right, is from the USA CA. I see Jan, 23, from Ireland. Soundwave Photon is always joining us from Mars. That's amazing. C-Man 369 is joining us from Australia. And I see Victoria is, oh, Venezuela. I have to shake my hips, all these amazing countries. Unravel Me is from the US. Well, main event is from the US as well, and I am from the Netherlands. And oh, the kitty girl is from the USA. Stephen Woods, where you're from? I want to know where everybody's from. Asian Wave VA. Okay, England. England in the house. Ooh, poor England. I am sorry for your soccer experience. Oops.
All right, I'm here.
Oh, welcome back, Maine.
Here I am.
I missed you.
So who's all here? Did we go pretty much all over the world or what?
I missed a few. But we went to a lot of great places. Even someone took us to Mars. How cool is that?
Steam on
Next
Mars.
time I come from the moon, by the way.
Steam on the moon, huh?
Yeah.
That's where everybody wishes it was, but unfortunately, no.
Maybe I can look in my glass ball, It's a worthless ball, but we can at least try. And see what it comes up with. It's like this 8-ball, you shake it and it says yes.
So, back to kind of just talking about what we're seeing on the platform and things like that. I do see people posting some great stuff, so that's a good thing. It's great that so many people are having these opportunities to create content and share it here and possibly be rewarded. That all of that hasn't changed. I have heard the rumors of other platforms being created and whatnot that may try to rival it. I don't know. Again, I'm no expert in all of that, but we'll see how that all plays out. But I know myself, as someone who's been here for a year now, I have no intentions of going anywhere, and I'm going to be here and, hopefully be reminding people of the good things that are here and, the things that we've experienced since we've been here. And that's something we want to do. And, obviously there's been not so great things also. We're not certainly here to just talk good about all this stuff. I mean, sometimes there's things that aren't so good too. We're certainly, we're neutral in that department. We just go with the flow. I mean,
there are days that you scream from the top of your lungs saying, oh, we're amazing, I'm so happy. And there are days that you just hit your toe against the chair or anything. It's that kind of day,
Yeah, no, definitely. And I got your message, Snekky, so you're all set.
Okay.
But yeah, everybody, I hope you're, enjoying yourself on the platform too right now. I know I have seen some people getting frustrated and things, whether it's not even necessarily because of the price or anything, but because maybe they don't get the votes that they think they should get, or they get upset and frustrated because they see other people getting votes that they think they shouldn't deserve, I guess would be a good way to say it. I would try to discourage you from thinking that way, though. Don't be mad at other people's success or because you see them getting votes. Maybe a lot of those votes they had to buy, So don't be mad when you see certain posts maybe getting votes. Some people support content not necessarily because of the content, but because of the content creator is the other thing that I've certainly learned in my time here. If you're someone who someone likes, they become friends with you, they like you as a person, they think you're valuable, it's quite possible that they are going to vote for you. And maybe not all of your posts are going to be the greatest, but maybe they'll hopefully still vote for you. So just kind of keep that in mind too. I don't think, if you think someone is intentionally creating bad content, well, that's a different story. But don't rush to get mad at people for getting decent votes, because maybe they're either doing things outside of that blog post that you don't get to see necessarily, or that you haven't found yet. And maybe they're great people that maybe could even help you. I think that's a big problem that I see is just people rushing to judge or get upset over not only content quality but content rewards. And it's tough because then, you have the argument of, well, that's what flags are for. And so if you don't like someone's content, you can flag it. And maybe if more people used their flags, there wouldn't be so many arguments of rewards, right? Because if it means that much to you, put your stake behind it. If you think something shouldn't be getting a vote, then you should put your flag on it, I guess, if that's what you think. It's your
I
stake.
think that's what the flag was created for.
It's your stake. There, of course, are sometimes repercussions of a flag, though. I mean, so you have to. Just like there's positive repercussions of an upvote sometimes. If so it works both ways. And it's that whole dynamic is tough, and that's one thing that I wish people could kind of come to terms with a little more is stop getting upset when you see someone getting upvotes and you're not. That I really wish we could kind of help people in that department.
Yeah, and if I can chime in there, if you're new and don't expect to get high upvotes from the start, it takes a long time to build your audience. It's not you snap with your fingers and bam, there it is. Most people who join the STEEMIT platform through which front end doesn't matter from what end, but as long as you're not super famous, or well known already, I think you should not expect any payouts at all in your start weeks. It took me, I think, 8 or 12 weeks before I got the first reasonable payouts. So it took a lot of time, and then I got lucky because I got picked up by a few whales at the beginning, and I was able to build on that. But don't expect it, and it's hard because you see everybody earning. May it be 20 cents or may it be 50 bucks. But I think if you start here, you should not look at that. You should try to make yourself acquainted with the platform, how things work, join communities, try to make a few connections, teach yourself about how it all works, what you can do, and try reach out to people. I've heard that a lot, that they said, but I reach out and they ignore me. Trust me, there are a lot of willing Steemians around who are willing to keep you or take you under their wing. So ask for help, but don't hold back.
Yeah, and there's even dedicated communities to those people too. So you just have to find them. You got to find your way there. Ma1ne Support Project is one. I know there's others out there, and people can chime in the chat too if they know of other communities that are dedicated to helping new users. We want this community to thrive and people to be able to have this place as a platform that they can share their creative expressions, right? And make friends and network with people and then possibly make rewards. That's kind of at the end of the spectrum is the rewards, and that's how you should look at it. They're not guaranteed. They're possible, and that's more than you can say for other platforms. I mean, the other platforms, they're the social media that you can do those other things, but there isn't that monetary possible crypto reward at the end of it. And it's all possible. It's not for sure. Nothing's set in stone. Nothing is definite. It's just possible things, and you got to find your way through this crazy matrix that we're in here. And it's a fun thing to do, though, because once you have those breakthrough moments of, I found PAL in the Ma1ne Support Project, and I get to chat with all these people and listen to these radio shows of Steemians talking, and wow, this is cool. That gets you excited and it gets you motivated, and then you find the next thing that's your next breakthrough, or your next thing that connects you to another person or group or whatnot, and that's the excitement for me. And then that typically, in my experience, has led to more rewards down the road because I'm building my network, right? I'm adding more people to my circle of friends and acquaintances and, fellow curators. And, I'm a moderator here in MSP with a lot of other awesome, amazing Steemians who work really hard doing a lot to get this thing going and keep it going. And it's just adding to my circle. And that's what other people can do out there is they can start out. I was all alone out here in the Steem universe. I knew nobody, not a soul. I had no friends on here, no family, no nothing really. And now I can easily say that I have dozens of people that I consider to be good friends and acquaintances online here, and I hope to someday meet them, in person. And that's amazing, and it's a testament that you can do it. I mean, I don't have any money invested in Steem. I'll say it. I haven't invested any of my own money in Steem. I've earned all my Steem. And so you can do it. It is possible. But everybody's going to have a different journey here too.
Yeah, the journey is different for everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have to say that I don't know if it's considered investing own money, but everything my own SP is all because I made that here. I bought I bought some other coins and I sold them again to buy more Steem. So in a way, all my Steem here is made by working hard, and I like that.
Yeah, I mean, this place creates opportunities for people for lots of things. Whether it's making friends, sharing your content. People are going to Steem meetups. They're meeting and interacting with people in person, and of course, always be careful meeting strangers. But
Yeah.
I have to say that. But do it in a public place. But I've heard some interesting stories. Let's put it that way. And and so, but that's cool. I'm excited to hear where Steamfest is going to be. I haven't heard yet. I hope it's happening, but I haven't heard where it's going to be yet. We're already halfway through the year, so I'm not sure. But
I always get so sad when I have to talk about Steamfest. Not sad because I don't like it, but oh man, the first Steamfest was here in the Netherlands in Amsterdam, and who was foolish enough not to go? It was me. And I still feel sad about it. And I really hope that the next Steamfest will be in America, so that you can go there, or maybe Canada. Yeah. And maybe I will hop on a plane. You never know.
If it's close enough, I would go. And if I had enough notice and all of that type of thing, I would go. I mean, if they announce it and it's like 3 weeks later or something, I probably wouldn't be able to do it. But if I had a couple of months notice and all of that, I could probably do it, depending on where it was. Especially if it's in North America. If it's somewhere in North America, I'll be there. If I have to go to Europe or somewhere like that, I'd have to see. But
wait. If it's in the Netherlands, can you come, right?
yeah, I'd have to get a full-blown passport, though. I only have the one that lets me go by car or by boat. So I'd have to get the one that's like the official passport. We have like a weird one that you can get that's like you can go by car or by boat. You can't fly, but you can go the other ways.
Well, you can get here by boat if you want.
I could. It would take a while, yeah. Yeah. But no, maybe. We'll have to just see where Steamfest is. But the meetups, and just to get back to what we were talking about, all that stuff, it's all these extra things that are possible here. Again, we're not here to just only talk good about it. We're going to be honest about our opinions of these things. But we just always want to remind people that there's so much more here than just the Steem rewards. Just there's more here than just Steem and SBD, right? So.
Oh yes, way more than that. At least if I give my honest opinion about it, I like the payouts, but if I wouldn't have the connections, like you said earlier, I don't know if I would have stayed. I really enjoy mingling with people, working together, having small chats, bigger chats. The connection is what makes STEEMIT for me amazing.
Yes. And you are listening to Ma1ne Snekky here on MSP Waves. Of course, you can find us both on the STEEMIT platform. I'm on there at main event. There's just a number 1 there instead of the I in main. And then she's at Poetic Snake.
Ooh, that's me.
So big shout out to everybody that's listening here tonight. It is July 2018, and we are again coming up on 1 year of doing this show here pretty soon, Snekky. You got your 2-year Steam anniversary, and then we got a 1 year for the show here, not too far off, I don't think.
Ooh, that means twice as much cake. I'm gonna be fat.
It's crazy looking back at the last year of this show and just how everything has changed in the world around us as far as on the platform and everything. And it's wonderful to see it still here. This show has undergone many different changes and different show names, and we just couldn't really settle on one particular thing. But we're going to stick with just Ma1ne Snekky because that's us. And
yes, true.
There's nothing fake about that. So here we are.
It's what how do you say that? You get what you see what you get? No?
Yeah. And Rondon would say we need to go on the webcams here.
Yeah, we will do that. I don't mind doing that.
I would consider doing it next time, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, and I thought about it, and I will just have my my puppet at hand. No, just kidding. I will do it myself. But yeah, I think it might be really cool to do so. So I think we should try it. We have done it before, on our own live stream. So I don't know why we're being shy about it.
No weird stuff going on. Not that kind of webcamming.
No.
We're gonna keep our clothes on, I think. So
I play with puppets, but that's about it.
Yeah. But no, yeah, we've done it before. So it's not a big deal, really. It's just, see, when this all kind of started, we were kind of a radio themed, but it's kind of really not radio per se. I mean, I don't know, that word is kind of, I don't want to say old fashioned or whatever, but it's more than just that. So they stick with just MSP Waves now. And so I like that. And so we're Ma1ne Snekky here on MSP Waves. That's the easiest way to say it.
I have been thinking about the show as well a lot. Like, then we went with this. First you started all alone, by the way.
I did. I was all by myself for quite a while. It was like the first couple of months. I did the show all by myself, and I just would do interviews with people. A lot of times I even did them recorded. I was super duper dedicated, I tell you. When I first started doing this show, I'd pre-record the interview. I would sit there and listen to it and like cut out all the imperfections and the ums and the uhs and the all that kind of stuff. I would spend hours going through editing those interviews. And then I realized that it was just like, let people just listen to these folks exactly how they are. And I think that works out better. Yeah.
I realized you recorded my interview as well. It was pre-recorded, so I had to listen to myself during the live show. It was awful.
Snekky,
I was so nervous.
They love your voice, though. They do.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. But I'm glad I contacted you and said, hey, listen, dude, I want to be on the show. And then, now here I am, being your co-host.
Yeah, after I interviewed you here on the show, you just ended up becoming the co-host, so that worked out really well.
Yeah, somewhere down the line, you got stuck with me.
It's all right. I think that's a great thing, and I see that happen quite often on Steam as people kind of buddy up. It seems like everybody kind of has a buddy here on Steam, or a few, or a buddy or two or three. And that's great. That's a great thing. I mean, I'm so grateful to have a friend that lives in the Netherlands that I can talk to and interact with and do a show with and all this stuff. It's awesome. I mean, I never would have guessed that I would have a friend in the Netherlands, right? So
Yeah, it's just, you know, you at first you only know the voice, and then you start to learn more and more about a person, and you feel this connection, and then you become buddies. And I think life is better when you have buddies. May they be close to you, or you can chat here with like a phone call with everybody you want. It brings people together, and I like that. I really enjoy that.
yes, and I'm just scrolling back through the chat here to see who's all here. Big shout out to all of you who are in here on Discord chatting with us in the live audience. Wonderful to have you all here. Again, you can hang out with us. We're in the Peace, Abundance, Liberty Discord server, which is the home of the Minnow Support Project. So PAL, I'm sure you've heard it referred to as. Hang out with us in the PAL server, and we are in the MSPWaves audience chat room. And you can certainly say hello. Again, big shout out to everybody who's listening on D Live. I was actually going to go find that link again. Click back and just check it real quick. I'm curious.
Don't make me nervous again.
They got me curious now. We still have a decent number of people listening and watching, so that's wonderful. It's great to have you all here. It's wonderful that we're also streaming on D Live. I think that's really cool.
Yes.
Let me see here.
Makes me nervous though, being everywhere. It's so stupid.
You don't need to be nervous anymore, Snekky. Everybody knows Snekky now. Everybody knows Poetic Snake.
But that's also part of Snekky, the nervous little wreck.
But no, if as I mentioned earlier too at the beginning of the show, if in the future here we are still going to do some Steam interviews. We're still going to bring some guests on here once in a while. So if you are out there and you're listening, and maybe you've got a big project you're working on, or a community that you want to talk about, or if you feel strongly about a particular subject in regards to the Steam community, let us know. You can send us messages on Discord or in steam.chat, either one, and same usernames that you see. And we'd be happy to chat with you sometime here on the show. We're going to kind of do this as an open format show now. We might pick particular topics we may talk about and let you know in advance. We usually always will do a show post maybe the day before or the morning of. So kind of keep an eye out, Tuesdays or early on Wednesday for a pre-show post, and we'll kind of let you know what we're doing that week, any special guests that we might be having. Typically, Snekky does those, or sometimes I might do those also, and then you of course can hear the full show if for some reason you missed it. I do share that on my STEEMIT blog as well right after. So, if you ever can't catch the full live show, you can always hear us after as well.
It's cool to listen back. I do it sometimes.
Yeah, it would be cool to kind of go back to last year and hear our voices and sentiment last year versus now.
Yeah, we should make a mix out of that.
I could do that. I would just have to take a little bit of time and chop out a few sound clips.
Yeah.
From last year. I know I said numerous times last year, I was like, man, as long as Steam stays around $1, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember saying that, and that was well before it went up higher. So here we are. It's still over $1, so I guess I shouldn't be too upset, right?
Yeah, you you have to be happy.
I'm not here for the price. I mean, it's an added bonus, and I mean, we all, of course, hope that someday it will move, but we don't. I don't expect it to. I'm just here for this experience. I mean, I'll be able to tell this story 20 years from now. Like, hey, for a year or so, I was on this crazy online platform with all these amazing people, and we did all this cool stuff, and it was awesome. I mean, Yeah, like Victoria's saying, come here for the money, stay for the community. Or like Scaredy Cat always said. He always said, come for the money, stay for the friends. You know, look at this. Look at Z-Man. We get a
Oh
gold
my!
star.
I have to save that image.
But my name, it's such a horrible thing to spell, isn't it? It's a tough one. Everybody gets it wrong. I need a new username.
Oh, it's wrong. Yeah.
Almost. Almost. It's
Oh,
close. It's the thought that counts. I love it,
yeah.
Z-Man. Great job.
Yes. Thank you, Seaman.
Oh, we get a gold star. Wonderful. That makes me feel good.
Oh, yes, I will sleep so good tonight.
Where were we? I got distracted. Oh, yes. So, yes. People saying come for the money but stay for the community. That's a great way to look at it. I think a lot of people will have that experience. They will come here looking for money and hopefully find a good community instead, you know, because they may not make much money. It's possible. You might not make any. Or you might make some. It's you never know. It's really going to be different for everybody. It depends on how much work you want to put in, how willing you are to kind of put yourself out there and interact with strangers that you've never even talked to before. Um, it's a challenge. It's kind of like you're the new kid in school or something, right? It's like you got to jump in and say, "Hey, here I am," and your first impressions, I think, do matter and things, but overall, people are very friendly here. They're going to be accepting of more people, I think, here than maybe other places, and that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's way more friendly. I
Someone,
think more,
someone did make a
yeah.
comment though that sometimes they're seeing people that maybe I don't know how to say it, but like sometimes they see people that maybe struggle in their life and they're joining this platform. So we do have to be, aware that there may be people sometimes that aren't having the best time of their life at the moment. So, they may get upset or frustrated or show their emotion sometimes. And, people, when they hear about these opportunities to possibly get rewarded, that could be life changing for them, right? If they were in a
Yeah.
tough spot. So, be cognizant that sometimes people may not always be in the best part of their life type of thing when they're here. Other people might be. Some people might be on cloud nine and they're doing great and they're successful, and those people you can learn from, and same with the others. You can learn from both ends of the spectrum here. So.
Yeah, and I also believe that people are more willing to help here as well. And if you start and you get help, I think those who get help are more willing to help others in their future as well.
I gotta give a shout out to Yidneth. Look at that little critter in the chat.
Yeah, it's a little ready. I love it. I hope you will have sweet, sweet dreams, Yidneth. Thank you for being here with us. You're amazing.
Yes. No, awesome to all of you who are tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it. We were kind of worried. We were like, oh, we haven't been on the air in 2 weeks. What if nobody listens? What if everybody forgot about us? But thankfully you're here, so thank you.
Yes, thank you all for being here. Really, really, really appreciate it. Not only here, but on the live and MSPWaves as well.
We've got about 20 minutes left here, Snekky.
Ooh. And then the 2 hours are
then we're done. It's amazing. Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah, it's funny. I thought, what are we going to talk about for 2 hours? And then only 20 minutes left.
Yeah, Z-Man, sorry about that. I did see that you came in and the show wasn't here. I apologize. We took a couple weeks off. It was much needed. We both were kind of feeling the Steam burnout a little bit. I was working a lot in my personal life. It's a really busy time of year for me around the 4th of July. That time I DJ'd a wedding and I DJ'd a big event outside on the 4th of July, and it was just a crazy week. So it was good to take a couple of weeks off from doing the show. It gave us both time to just relax and enjoy time with our families and whatnot and friends, and just kind of take a break. And I think I encourage everybody to do that. Just take a little break. Even if you only take 1 day off from being on the Steem Community train.
Oh,
Just hop off for like one day. I think that's
yes,
healthy.
and turn off everything, your TV, your telephone, everything. It's good to be, unplugging every now and then.
Yeah, because I think if you're here too much, it can be an issue. Just like anything, if you do too much of anything can be bad. So, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling tired of being here, and you find yourself not happy being here, just take a break. I've seen a lot of people feeling frustrated lately. And it could be a multitude of factors. I mean, obviously the markets have been down for quite a while. I mean, that sentiment obviously weighs on you for quite a while when you have these hopes and dreams of hopefully changing your life from being here, right? And, all I can say is just be patient. Try to remember the good things, not just the rewards, the financial rewards, but all the other things. And the other thing is that if you say, well, I'm not finding any luck with these Discord communities, they're all terrible or something, or blah, blah, blah. If you're having negative opinions of that type of thing too, maybe you just haven't found a group that fits your style, right? There's lots of them out there, lots of groups. So certainly check them out. If you're finding ones that maybe don't work so well for you, just, politely bow out and find one that does work for you.
Or create your own.
Or create your own. Absolutely. Yes, you certainly can. That's the beauty of this.
Yeah, the opportunities are endless.
Yep, that's the beauty of this entire thing. Is it's open and you're free to do what you're gonna do, and it's totally up to you to make your own decisions on all of that stuff. But there's plenty of people here who are willing to talk to you, who are willing to help. We aren't experts of anything, as we always say, but we're here for the community, and that's why we're going to do this show every week, is we want to talk to you, the community. We've got a few minutes here. If anybody in the audience wants to ask a question or give a comment or anything about the show tonight, certainly do so. We've got some time here. We can hang out with you here in the audience.
Can we do a ask us almost anything session one day?
More or less, yeah. I mean, if people can ask us stuff here right now if they want. And if you're watching on DLive right now and you want to interact with us, you can comment on the DLive post. I'll check those later and try to reply to you. The other thing is you can message us on Discord. Again, we are chatting in PAL in the Peace, Abundance, Liberty server, but you can also just direct message us too on Discord. Or, go on one of our blog posts and certainly say hello, because we want to interact with some of these people who are watching on DLive and who are listening on MSPWaves.com and not necessarily in the chat here. So, big shout out to all of you. Certainly reach out to us. We would love to talk to you.
Yes, absolutely. I love hearing back and the feedback, it means a lot to us. So, yeah.
Z-Man says that he missed us. Well, we missed you, so thank you.
Aww. We missed you too, Z-Man.
He says no more breaks.
Oh, Mandel Sage posted a question.
It's a question for you, so.
What do you do, Snekky? I mean, for work. I slither and hide in caves. No, I'm an artist. I create art and I sell it. And next to that, STEEMIT is my job. I blog, I create. I have my own projects that I work on besides doing the radio show. So I'm busy little Snekky bee.
Yes, you do your You Got Snecked curation project.
Yes. Can I share my link to the
Of
Discord
course.
server here?
Of course. So yes, so she's doing a curation project, and I curate with her with this, and it's great. We go out every day and find different posts, and there's really no restrictions, which is nice. Some curation groups say, oh, you have to only curate new users, or oh, they have to be under 50 rep or something or whatever. This curation group just does everything, right?
Yes, even if a post is, let's say, $500, if it's a good post, it deserves to be curated. New members deserve to be curated. Dolphins deserve to be curated. People with a rep of 3.1 deserve to be curated, but people with a rep of 7 deserve to be curated as well. I don't like to have restrictions on the curation part, so everything goes with You Got Snacked. If you have a good post, it will be curated.
I mean, of course, it has to be original content, no
Yes.
no plagiarism or none of that.
No. Then you will be bitten.
But it's nice because I mean, I curate for multiple groups. I curate for Minnow Support Project, for You Got Snacked, and for OCD when it's going. And I curate just on my own, of course. And it's nice having that freedom to just nominate anything as long as it's good, as long as it's original. I try to lean towards ones that maybe don't have as many rewards, just to kind of give someone a nice little boost. But, if I saw someone that, even if it had a $20 upvote on it, if it was a really, really good post and maybe it only had 2 comments on it or something, because that's the other thing I look for too, is just because it might be making $10 or $20, if it's only got 1 comment on it, probably not many people really saw it, kind of thing. So it's good to share those ones sometimes.
Yeah, and what I prefer to be doing is, of course, You Got Snacked votes on a post that gets curated, but what I aim for is to get them more eyes on their content. So every snacked post gets featured in the You Got Snacked curation post. Hopefully, because I have been here a long time. I have quite a few followers, and I hope that those people who follow me and other people who stumble upon the You Got Snack post, read the content inside it to see that there are so many amazing people around. It's like I said, the vote is cool, but having eyes on your post, even if you're a new user, you would be singing hallelujah and screaming and dancing naked if you get a massive vote. But it won't do you any good only for a few hours. You have that money and then you have no audience. So I really am trying to work hard to get more eyes on posts. A vote is cool, but we need the eyes on votes. You need to build your audience.
I agree, and I don't know what the answer is to that, but we're going to kind of remind everybody every week to do what you can to help another user on the platform in whatever form or fashion you're able to do that. If you can, it doesn't have to be upvotes, it doesn't have to be anything specific. It could be you could just give one little comment on a post that says, "Hey, I really enjoy what you're doing. Keep it up." That can go a long way to help somebody if it's genuine, if you really mean it.
I finally get passionate about something and I talk a lot and then we cut out. And Shane only heard screaming and dancing naked. I'm sorry.
He said he's here for the snack, so. I see how this works, Shane. I'm blaming Shane. All right.
Oh, yes. It's been a long time saying that. Blame Shane. Hello, Shane. It's good to see you here.
Oh, where were we? Yeah. The dancing.
Saying hallelujah and dancing naked.
Yeah, apparently. 25 comments and no upvote sucks too, says Jan.
Oh, yes. I agree.
Now, I don't know, though. It depends. Now, see, who are those comments? Are they bots? Are they actual users? People giving you actual feedback? Because if they are, that's a good foundation. I mean, I'll be honest. A lot of times my posts, I get no comments sometimes. 1 or 2 sometimes. And that's not fun. I mean, I get okay rewards because I'm really active in the community and things. But, I'd like to see more people actually giving me feedback too. So sometimes it's a give and take. A nice balance would be nice, of course. Well, maybe 10 comments with some votes, right? A little mixture in between there. But just interact with those people who are leaving you comments is what I would say, though, because that's great. That's great if you're getting those comments on your posts. That means people are reading it. And that will go a long way, I think, in the future if you stick it out here. You know, people will remember that you were an active user, that type of thing. So
I also think it's for me at least it's a mental thing as well. If you post something that you are very very passionate about, and you would get like 25 comments but no upvotes, I honestly would be happy with the upvotes, but mentally it would click in my head and say, no votes. So I don't know. It's difficult. I'm not sitting in a chair, but I'm dancing. But not naked, though.
We're always dancing in our minds and hearts, Shane.
Yeah, we're happy people.
Most of the time.
Oh, I see Thomas Robert Chent is here as well. Welcome, Australia, again. Good morning to you.
Yes, big shout out to everybody listening. I'll kind of run down the list of the people I can see here. I see Ace on Waves Photon, but you know, that's a little alias. So I see Globo, I see Jan, I see Mandel Sage, Rondon, Shane, Thomas, Victoria, Zanin, and then I know that there's a bunch of people watching on DLive and also tuning in on MSPWaves.com. So big shout out to all of you, and a big shout out to everybody who was here earlier chatting with us. We had all kinds of different people come through the doors tonight, so thank you to all of you who took the time to listen to us here. We've got just under 10 minutes left to go. I see Saipan Damashi is in the live on-air room, so I'm assuming that means he's got his show next here on MSP Waves. Yes, it's the Dancing Dreamers with DJ Damashi, a little EDM music and culture discussion. So check that out coming up next here on MSP Waves. Again, if you missed any of the show tonight, you certainly can listen to the full recording, and I will be sharing it on my STEEMIT blog right after the show. It's also another place where, of course, you can show your support for us, you know, leave some comments, some feedback. We always appreciate your re-steams and support, vote support, that type of thing. You know, again, we are both active curators on STEEMIT, very active curators. We greatly appreciate delegation. You know, we don't like just coming right out and asking for it, but you know, it's important to support people, I think, that are helping others, you know, and I'm not trying to say that we're the greatest curators on the planet or anything like that, but you know, we appreciate when people support us because we in turn will support others. So, you know, there will be some links in the post that, you know, if you're interested in delegating SP to us, we certainly appreciate it. Any amount is helpful, even if it's 5 SP, you know, it all adds up to help other people that were upvoting and hopefully, you know, talking about on this show and sharing their posts and things. And we might add some curation aspects to this show also. But, you know, again, appreciate all the support that all of you give us out here in the Steem community. You know, you're all awesome.
Totally awesome. Rocking awesome.
Let's see here. All right, so we've got 7 minutes left. 7. See, I think your clock's wrong or something, Snekky.
I just need a new clock. Maybe I should. Please, people, support me. I need a new clock.
That's funny.
Oh, Lord.
But no, it has been a lot of fun being back here on the MSP Waves platform. It's, like I said, it's been a couple weeks since we've been here, so thank you to all of us, or all of you who are joining us tonight here on MSP Waves. Again, if you're new and maybe this is your first time experiencing MSP Waves, certainly check out the full schedule on MSPWaves.com. Full schedule's right there, and there are shows every day that are hosted by people from the Steem community. Wide variety of different shows. They're not all talk shows. You know, a lot of them have interviews and things like that now, and then a lot of them are music related shows. Some of them are specific topics of shows that aren't even related to Steem. So certainly check out the full schedule. And again, they're all hosted by people from the Steem community, which is really awesome. So it's really unique. And check that out. MSPWaves.com.
Do you want me to share the link again?
Sure, if you got it handy.
kind of.
Another reminder, of course, if there isn't a live show, you can hear the Steem mix playing in the background here on MSP Waves, and it's all music that has been created by Steemians. So that is really, really cool in our opinion, and certainly check that out. A wide variety of different music playing on there too. And it does show you in the chat who is doing that music also. So that's really neat. So you not only get to hear original Steem creations by Steemian musicians, but find out who it is too. And some people are commenting that it's their first time listening tonight. That's wonderful. Ooh. Awesome. We hope you enjoyed the show. We certainly enjoy doing the show. So we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I have to say, I will never take a 2-week break again.
Oh, and Rondon's actually got a link, and I didn't realize this. You can actually listen to the Steem mix portion 24 hours a day. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. So that's interesting.
Thank you, Rondon.
But listen to the live shows.
Yes, you want to listen to the live shows.
Yes, support your live show hosts. Who said that? Oh. Yes. We're just playing around, but we do appreciate everything that all of you do for us, whether it's chatting with us, commenting on our blogs, just being good friends, listeners of the show. That's why we're here, is to do this for you. I mean, if we didn't have anybody listening, we certainly wouldn't be having much fun. So we appreciate all of you taking the time out of your day to listen to us and to chat with us and, kind of give your input on all these topics as well.
Yeah, it's really, really appreciated. And, we can sit here and talk for hours and hours together. But I like talking to you, don't get me wrong. But if it's, you need an audience for a radio show. Without an audience, it's just not that. So it's really amazing to see all these names and to find out that there are so many listeners on the live, and wow, it feels good. So thank you all for joining us tonight, and I can't wait for next week.
Yes, we will be back here next Wednesday night from 10 to midnight UTC time. What do you mean, really?
No.
What do you think? Would you think we were only doing one show?
You might fire me.
I don't know. What do you think, audience? Should I keep her around another week? What do you think? Yes,
people, let him know.
What do you think? I don't know. Thomas says, yep. Maybe one more.
Maybe one more. Okay, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel so old. Maybe I should retire. No.
At this point, Snekky, I wouldn't want to do the show without you, so.
See what?
Yeah, and I know. I have to fight tooth and nail to keep her. Trust me. Everybody wants this Snekky on their show, so.
I'm not leaving you, man. Nope, you're stuck with me forever. I made you that promise, and I always keep my word. Well, I always try to keep my word. Sometimes I've broken it in the past, I think. Ooh.
I know. Snekky's the real star here. I get it.
No, you are the star too.
No.
You are awesome.
I'm just the announcer guy. I don't mind being that guy though. So it's all good.
So next week it's the Snekky show then?
Pretty much. Well, no, that's in 2 weeks, right? For your Steamiversary.
Oh yes, in 2 weeks is the Snekky show.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's 2 weeks is the Snekky show. And yeah, I see how it is, Victoria. No chocolate for you. I see that. I see how it is. No chocolate for you.
We come as a couple. Well, as a pair, how you say it?
Right. Yeah. 2 peas in a pod, right?
Yep.
That's funny. All right, everybody. We've got just under 1 minute left to go here. Poetic Snake, what final thoughts do you have for the audience here?
Be here because you want to be here. Be here and do everything from your heart and soul. Make sure to have fun with the things that you do. Having fun is amazing. Making friends is amazing. Writing posts is amazing. Just enjoy everything with a laugh, Happy bubbles for everybody. And thank you all for listening to the show. And I really hope to see you all again next week.
Yes, thank you all so much for taking the time to join us again here on MSP Waves. We will be back here next Wednesday night from 10 to midnight UTC time. And again, if you missed any of the show, you can certainly catch the full recording. I'll be posting it on my blog here shortly. Snekky, if you want to share our blog links one last time, go for it.
Yes. Okay.
Have a great night, everybody, and we will see you next week. This is Ma1ne Snekky saying bye.